Hello, welcome in. This is Cleo Ra. I hope you're doing really well. If you're new here, I bring in messages from the ether, whatever spirit feels is most relevant at the time. If you're returning, hello Cherubima. I hope you're all doing beautifully this winter. Now, I've had a message about the concept of the nymph, and I feel like this is a message for somebody who has always realized that they have a powerful effect on nature, or nature has a powerful effect on them. And I feel like you feel a symbiosis between your mind and the ocean keeps coming up particularly. So you could really resonate with the idea of water nymphs, and there are different names for these beings who are seen as the deities' helpers, the assistants of the deities. So I feel like someone has maybe been noticing how nature is affected by their presence, something like that. This is about the mind connecting to nature because you hold all nature in your mind. So I'm going to take one card from this deck, which we're going to use as a secret card that will be revealed at the end of the reading. And then I'm going to pull some cards about this message. So let's get started, okay? Archangel Michael, all those beings in non-physical who wish to aid us and communicate clearly with us through love, I invite you in at this time for clear messages for the highest timeline of all beings involved. What is the messages regarding this nymph being? I feel like the person who's been drawn to this, you've always had a very powerful connection with maybe crystals, water. It's going to be different for different people who are drawn to this message. But I feel like now is the time that your power is really gaining traction. And you could be noticing this, okay? The birds are obviously our greatest messengers, but you could have been getting some really obvious messages lately, okay? Especially thinking something right before it happens. I feel like this is spirit trying to communicate with you and let you know that you're not crazy, that this is real, right? This is real. We've got the Queen of Swords here. And, you know, she's got this bright glowing crystal here. And I feel like you've always maybe felt as if nature appreciated you or understood you more than the humans around you. The Queen of Swords can speak of somebody who maybe never felt bonded in the same way they saw other people around them bonding with people. Or maybe you just like to keep yourself to yourself. But with the Queen of Swords, I'm getting the energy of maybe it was necessary to keep you out of deeper human bonds, or maybe you've just always felt cut off from certain things in your life. And I feel like this was by design so that you could really develop a very strong bond with things that we find in nature. And this could be anything, okay? This is coming through very powerfully. You could find yourself feeling a certain way about plants, right? You could find them to be sweet-natured and full of beautiful energy, but they're also giving me something about vegetables, right? So I don't know, like if when you cut them, you can kind of feel their energy, maybe when you're cooking, something like that. There's something about your sensitivity here with the Queen of Swords and having to be separated, or your energy naturally separating you from people around you. What I'm getting with this Queen of Swords is that maybe you've had people projecting onto you that you want their men, or maybe they always see you as some sort of villain or some sort of threat. And what I'm getting is that this is because you pull in such powerful nature energies, right? You've got this beautiful energy of support around you. And I feel like people are threatened of your energy because of this. Not everyone has got this beautiful connection to non-physical where they can commune with nature, soak up the energy from nature, and basically be a walking portion of nature fully and completely. Okay, we've got the Nine of Wands and the Page of Swords. So yeah, this is just confirmation that you've had a life where maybe people want to cut you off from groups because they know if you were around them that their partner would like you. There's something about you being a very magnetic lure, especially if I'm speaking to a woman. And I mean, this is just me speaking from my own personal perception, but you can switch it around, right? I feel like you've always been a threat because people know that their partners are going to be drawn to you. They just know that they're not going to be able to resist you. So this is coming through pretty heavily here, and it's not your fault. It's because you carry this beautiful, powerful energy. The root chakra is particularly powerful here with these red cards. And I feel like the minute you walk in a room, you could be used to, you know, walking in a bar and people giving you dirty looks just because you're there, just because compared to you, they feel like they don't shine enough. I feel like you've had a lot of little haters with the Page of Swords and the Nine of Wands. And maybe you've decided, you know what? I'm more powerful when I'm connected to non-physical. I'm more powerful in my independence. I'm hearing the word let down. So you could have felt let down by friends or maybe let down by family who were threatened by this nymph energy that you've got, because these are powerful creatures that have been aiding humanity for a long, long time. And, you know, the perception of good or bad, or whether something is helpful or not, lays in the consciousness of the viewer. But for you, you know, certainly you could really resonate with the fae, with forests, with beautiful wild flowers I'm getting here, and the ocean in particular. Okay, for someone out there, the stars could be very, very important for you. You could have found yourself looking up at the stars so many times and feeling an energy meeting your consciousness. And I feel like you've developed such a powerful sense of self by blocking people out, by knowing when someone's never going to maybe be your friend or be affectionate towards you or just be kind towards you. People have always seen you as competition. But the truth is, a normal mortal woman cannot compete with a nymph, which is why I feel like you've had all these reactions your whole life. I'm getting for somebody, you could even have had these reactions from your own family members, and they could have let you know that they're pretty cutthroat when it comes to you and just making sure that they can secure what they need. There's something about you stealing attention, pulling the gaze away from people who've been jealous of you. It's because you're otherworldly. It's because you're not set on the frequency of regular human women, okay? So you've been working with non-physical and building non-physical connections for eons is what I'm getting. We've got the Knight of Swords here. Let's get one more. This is about communication, about the quick movement of energy. And I feel like being in an independent position right now could be the ticket you need. I'm getting this energy of this is the right frequency for you. This is the right platform for you to be waiting on metaphysically, because it gives you some sort of freedom to move quickly. Maybe you want to move location, or maybe you just want to get on. I'm getting the word opportunity coming through. So you could be in such an independent position right now that you're in the perfect position to move forward in a powerful, independent way. And what Spirit is saying is that most people get clawed down into interacting with multiple people. But I feel like I'm speaking to someone who is fairly free. I feel like, you know, I'm not saying you don't talk to anyone, but what I'm saying is you've had to cut people off who were never going to be your crew. You know, they weren't exactly squad goals. And I feel like with you, you've put yourself in a perfect position to be able to move freely. And they're saying this is rare. You know, it's rare for someone to be in your position with all this power to move forward with. We've got the Magician here. So this could be talking about a project that you're going to, I'm getting the energy of summoning up something. And they're saying now you know that you are in a different category. Maybe it'll make sense to you why you're here, why you've been isolated, why people have acted a certain way to you. But there's something you're cooking up with the Magician. There's something you're pulling through from the non-physical with your unique positioning. And you've got this freedom to create here. The Magician is someone who is so passionate about his work. Nothing can pull him from it. Nothing can distract him from it. It's his number one priority. And then we've got the Ace of Cups coming out. Seven of Swords. And the Ten of Cups here. Interesting stuff. Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like you've been maybe keeping yourself in a nice positioning where you're kind of laying low, working on yourself, doing the things you need to do to make yourself feel good, and maybe dodging kind of shady people with the Seven of Swords on the table, because we've got the Ace and the Ten of Cups here, but we've got this Seven of Swords in the middle of it. I feel like maybe you don't tell your plans to many people here because you know, I mean, there are swords in the back right here. I don't think people have even made that much of a effort to hide how they feel about you, or you read energy so well that maybe it shocks you when these people act like you don't feel their energy of backstabbing and betrayal. Because they sure are, you know, they're not very clairsentient, these humans. They do things right in your face and act like you can't feel their magnetic frequency. So there's something about you keeping yourself very well protected. But I'm going to clarify this Ace of Cups for me. I'm hearing Nirvana, something in the way. We've got the Six of Swords with the Ace of Cups. So this I'm getting is preparation, and this I'm getting is what you're moving into, flowing into something where true, real love is possible, a true and beautiful bond. Show me the Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles. So it could be that right now the people around you just aren't viable. They're not viable companions. They're not viable teammates. And there's something here about you wanting to get away and just have fresh opportunities with genuine people who do have their heart chakra activated with the Ace of Cups. People who let the love win, people who let the kindness win. Because right now we've got a Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups. I feel like there's been some confusion. You haven't been aware of where you belong or why people act the way they act. So this should give you some clarity with the Five of Pentacles and all these cards down here, that it's actually a blessing that you haven't soaked up more of these people's energies, because they've got nothing good to share with you. There's nothing you can learn from these energies that have been jealous of you. We've got Page of Swords here, and I feel like you knew instinctively to cut yourself off from certain people. They were only going to bring you confused emotions. And I feel like you're someone who's particularly sensitive to picking up on the airwaves and the brain waves and the auric fields of other people. So I feel like it was just a more comfortable option for you to keep yourself separated. And I feel like Spirit is encouraging this. There's certain pathways, you already know which way they go. You already know what these people are. They're not going to change. There's this energy of them just going round in circles with the same old tactics and the same old thoughts and feelings, and never having a new thought in their whole life. I'm guessing that there have been people in your life, they aren't even thinking new thoughts compared to their grandparents. They're just as bitter and miserable as their predecessors. That's the energy I'm getting here. Zero evolution. So Spirit wants you to keep yourself away from these people. She's been hiding. Look, she's waiting for the right time to come out and to really glow and to show her true power. And we've got the High Priestess right here. So your powers are about to bloom, okay? And there's Nymph energy. We've got a High Priestess energy here. It's time to really harvest all of your beautiful, unique energies with this Magician card, because making a move at the right time is going to move you from a situation that has maybe not been as satisfying as you would like, and it's going to move you with the Six of Swords and the Ace of Cups into a situation that's full of promise. I'm hearing full of promise, and we've got the Ten of Cups right here. So with this card being right in the middle of the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups, what I'm getting is that this has come up in this position for a reading, for a reason in the reading, right? Because these energies, whatever you've blocked off or whatever you've been kind of half and half about, maybe you know, weren't sure if you were paranoid about certain things, Spirit's saying, please do not let these energies come between your happiness here. So there could be some people reaching out that if you were to connect with them, it would kind of cause a little bit of a ruckus. It would affect your timeline and your storyline further on. They're saying, believe it. When it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. It's a duck, you know. They want you to trust that the reason you feel energy so clearly is because you have this nymph, like, they're giving me history, but they're saying it in a different language, a different accent. They're saying histoire or something like that, right? Histoire, something, you might know a word in a different language, or it's coming through in an accent here. But we've got the Ten of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles, strength energy on the bottom of the deck. I feel like your job has always been to maintain your positioning and to not get yourself tied up and hooked in. So I'm getting this feeling of hooks going into my jumper, and I'm not even wearing a jumper. So it's like there are energies trying to pull you off of being who you truly are here. And with the Five of Pentacles, Seven of Cups coming up, maybe people aren't sure why you keep yourself to yourself. That's always the problem, isn't it? When we're trying to do spiritual work and live from our immortal nature, there are so many people who don't understand that. So many people who want to put you in the crazy box or judge you or talk about you. It hasn't moved forward very much in the last 500 years. If you're a powerful woman, you're a threat, particularly to the other women, right? And I feel like you've experienced this. You know what this is all about. So people might be confused about why you keep yourself away. Maybe they don't even realize that they're the sabotaging force in your life because they don't see clearly. They don't think. They don't have self-awareness. They don't reflect on anything. So I don't feel like these people even realize that they could get in the way of all your dreams coming true. For them, it's just, you know, filling up their time with whoever happens to be available. But you're not a time filler. You've got this elevated soul's positioning where you can conjure from nature, you can conjure from the ethers. You are nature on legs. You allow yourself to blossom and bloom. And I feel like this is what the Ace of Cups is. This is you getting into a position where you can truly show the world your true strength. So we've got the Hermit here and the Seven of Wands. You've had to be defensive throughout your life because you were just following your internal guidance system, and your internal guidance system was constantly pulling you towards your fulfillment. And I feel like your fulfillment is away from the colloquials. The provincial life isn't for you. You are on a level with a witch or a goddess because you're a nymph, okay? And you are greatly loved, okay? There are so many non-physicals who absolutely adore you and support you. But if you keep hooking yourself onto timelines with people whose consciousnesses is so low vibrational, then all the good stuff's floating at the top of the ocean and you're choosing to go down with them, is what the message is just coming through really heavy there. Saying don't choose to go down to the bottom of the ocean when you can be on top of the ocean in your pirate ship with all your loot. That's the energy they just sent through. So you've got all this support from the universe, but I feel like there are energies who've been in and out of your life who didn't even realize what you were and didn't realize they were sabotaging you by hooking into you somehow. The energy was affecting you, right? Energy is very contagious. Despite the fact that we've got vessels and we're covered in skin, our energy field goes out so far and our worlds mix in with other people's conscious worlds. Hence we can, you know, hold them in our mind. They can hold us in their mind, and our storylines join together whenever we're around another human being. And I'm getting that there's been this necessity for you to cut your energy off from them. There could have been a big event that kind of forced you to stop speaking to a certain person in a certain way, and it could have felt really hurtful at the time. But Spirit was thinking about your long-term happiness. This was most definitely a blessing, something that hurt a lot of the time. Maybe you lost a friend here, because I'm getting this bitchy energy coming through of someone maybe building up a case against you, slandering your name, maybe misinterpreting you. But Spirit's saying this was brilliant, this was beautiful, this cleared the way so you could have all your headspace back. And the alchemist needs their own energetic space. So this is looking beautiful. Whatever you're going forward in, you are literally going somewhere where you can grow and blossom with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. This is multiple energies that support you. I'm hearing cheer. So these are people that would really want to see you win, okay, cheering you along. And this could also be a nod. Yeah, they're giving me the tingles. You're being cheered on non-physically in the most beautiful way. Let's have a look at this Page of Swords, the Tower. Yeah, I feel like this could be an old friendship or relationship that crumbled. Maybe you've been feeling a bit defensive, healing yourself, keeping yourself in a strong position, I'm getting with the Nine of Wands, so that the only way is up, right? Building on the strengths that you have. And, you know, again, that sense of independence is coming through. Six of Wands here. You separating yourself out from these old energies is really the best move, and you've preserved so much time and energy is what I'm getting. All this energy you've preserved by not being part of maybe a certain friendship circle or family has given you this crown. It's given you all this sunlight power to move forward independently is what I'm getting from this. Let's have a look at this Queen of Swords energy. Yeah, the Star. This is you with your nymph energy. I mean, she literally looks like a water nymph, but they're really pulling me to this crystal. So you could have recharged yourself up. You could be the sort of person that charges your crystals. But it's funny because what they're telling me is that on this earth, you are the crystal that you've been recharging. So I feel like you are someone who thinks in these ways. You know that every cell of your body is connected to the ether. There's something magical about the way you think when it comes to the cells in your body, replenishing yourself, recalibrating yourself. Perhaps you Perhaps you really have some beautiful ways of healing yourself, or getting yourself into this beautiful version of yourself, the best version of yourself you can possibly be. So the time out has been necessary to get you fully charged up and radiant again with the Star and the Six of Wands. This is your time to shine, is what I'm getting here. And anything in your past that felt icky, people causing you chaos and arguments, I'm getting that they were never supposed to be a part of your long-term plan. We've got the King of Wands here with the Knight of Swords. So this could be you really moving quickly towards your spiritual sovereignty with the King of Wands. He rules with his spirit. He knows about the divinity and the immortality of who he is. Oh, something just tried to get through then. What was that? This is something really beautiful. Show me one more for the King of Wands. What was that? Nine of Cups. I'm hearing this energy of fanfare. Look how similar these cards are. So you're being cheered, and I'm getting the sense of a fanfare. We've got the Nine of Cups with the Star. This King of Wands just showing up here. I feel like this represents you being the leader. I really do. Leading something with the Magician. Something that's beautiful. Something that's going to take a lot of courage. And for you to understand that you've got a lot of non-physical support here. Because there's something about you putting your crown on, being the boss, and moving forward in a big, new, powerful energy. This could be some sort of a returning to this state of regality, of divine etheric truth. You being able to be who you really are. I'm getting turning things inside out. So what is acceptable to the physical minded people isn't necessarily acceptable to the spiritual people. We want to live from our non-physical truth. And I'm getting that you could be having a lot of success with this, with the King of Wands being undefeatable and ahead of his game because he works in tandem with the divine realm. And the Nine of Cups showing up. So this is something like you having your own parade. They're giving me that ludicrous lyric coming through like a parade at Macy's kind of energy here. Getting your support in all the right places. Yeah, there's something about you turning away from energies that you might have hoped would support you and fully plunging yourself into the divine realm, knowing that they've got a whole parade for you. And I feel like you are bringing this energy forward onto the physical. Takes a lot of bravery, because it's hard when the population have been brainwashed to think that we're the crazy ones by understanding non-physical, but you're moving forward in your non-physical truth here. Yeah, Page of Cups. I was just asking in my mind's eye about this King of Wands, and we've got a Page of Cups here. An offer, a friend, an ally for someone, okay? And this connects to the Ten of Cups here because this is coming from a place of love. Ace of Cups with the Page. I'm kind of getting this energy of if you saw yourself the way other people see you, you'd realize why they were also jealous. Because it's the effect you have on the opposite sex, okay? And it's the fact that you hold energies that even on a subconscious level, other females, okay? And spirit, I'm just going to give it how spirit's giving it. These broke down, basic ass human females cannot compare to a true nymph who's been loyal to God and who has had devotion and honor and who has collected this beautiful, bright, shining energy by being genuine and magnetizing it in and becoming more and more and evolving more and becoming more and more beautiful. Everyone's got the choice to do this, and you've actually done it. And there's something about the male energy you're pulling in here. I feel like someone's going to be really impressed that you can run your own ship, Miss Independent Energies. But also, we've got a beautiful offer coming in. And I feel like maybe the women around you, you know, the ones who can't compete with you or compare to you, they always knew deep down you'd be getting this beautiful offer. Because they don't hold the sweet, beautiful yin realm energies that you hold. So they always knew what you could cook up, right? With the Magician energies. King of Coins. You may have had a premonition. They just told me premonition about the sort of person you're going to be with or about the sort of lifestyle that you're going to live. The King of Coins is at the top of the pyramid. Magician energy. You can alchemize whatever you want because you've got the full support of the natural world and the etheric world. And the fact that you respect that and acknowledge that puts you leagues ahead of anyone who could ever try and stab you in the back. It could never work because you are too blessed. 9 of Wands again on the 7 of Swords. So you've done the right thing with cutting out these bitchy, horrible, like little miserable old lady energies. That's what I'm getting here. 10 of Cups again. Baby, we've got the 10 of Cups twice with the Ace of Cups, okay? Everything you've cut off and kept yourself separate from, it's paying off. It's giving so much more energy to this beautiful vision of yours. Very economical use of your beautiful life on earth. And you are special. Spirit wants me to tell you, you're special. And you have, you know, connected to so many energies that most people out of pure ignorance would laugh at. They wouldn't even connect with it. And then they've got the nerve to get jealous of you when you're actually sweet-natured and full of love and full of heart. And you are alchemically pure. Okay, so you could have been shocked by these people, the way they behaved to you, because they're down in Hades. And you're a slice of heaven, baby. So they're saying, don't go back to Hades, all right? Keep your boundaries sovereign. Sovereign beings only, because you've got this beautiful 10 of Cups reality to move into here. 10 of Cups with the 4 of Cups. So unless it's this vision, it's not for you. And I feel like, you know, we have moments, even when we've got a beautiful vision, we have moments where we get bored, especially when you've got all this nymph energy. You want to be out in nature. You want to be running with the wolves and singing and you know, being in the rivers, and there's some urge in you to be wild and free. And I feel like your soul has really had to test itself, or really you've had to discipline yourself to hold it down and to operate from a place of stillness and calm, because your natural nymph energies just want to explore and flow and go wild. But what I'm getting is that this period of time for you has been so valuable because you've really kind of cleared out what wasn't for you, and it's given you this sense of patience, I feel, and determination. But there is going to be this down here where you can literally fly with this Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups. You haven't been rejecting things for nothing. This is all coming full circle, and it's a beautiful economical use of your alchemical power to keep yourself VIP. Beautiful offers only, genuine offers only. And you know, with this 4 of Cups, you've been flicking them away like they're nothing. And yes, there's a lot of hellions out there, and only, you know, a 5% of beautiful hearted beings who use their consciousness the way it was always intended. And I feel like you've got one of those coming in, you beautiful, beautiful little nymph, you. Going to take you away somewhere more beautiful. So I don't know what has been going on in your life, but this is like you having to separate yourself out, be disappointed over and over again with the backstabbing and the threatened beings. Oh, this is like being a goddess and being stuck in Salem almost. You just had to keep your energy away from them. They have a strange reaction to your energy. Okay, anyway, 10 of Cups twice. That's all I need to see for my cherubima. Yeah, we've got the escape portal coming out with the Queen of Spades. So you've been planning your escape or keeping your energy to yourself, and now you're focusing it in one clear direction. 10 of Cups only. Keeping your frequency really refined and beautiful. Yeah, okay. Just confirming that it has been somewhat of a spiritual warfare for you when people won't just accept you because they're worried about how attractive you are, or they're worried about your magnetic pull. And Spirit's saying you never wanted any of their men anyway. I feel like the people who've been threatened of you wanting their men, or should we say it the right way around, people who've been threatened of their men wanting you, you would reject them anyway. 4 of Cups, you would flick them away like they're nothing. So these human women, they have delusions of grandeur, thinking that the goddesses and nymphs and divine beings want their crappy, basic, mortal beta men. And I feel like, you know, that's happened to you a lot in your life. We've got the Joker, though. Freedom. This is the card of being completely free to move within the dream. So I feel like you're moving into a position where you're going to be completely looked after. Spirit's telling me you're going to be looked after, either by someone coming in or by the divine working through this person or through this group with the 10 of Cups. This is you being really cushy. I can feel you being contained in your rightful home. That's what I'm getting with the King of Pentacles. And you're from a very niche group. You're, you know, you've got a very rare storyline going on that you always knew you were going to win. But alas, you've got this completion here, being able to fly free, being able to go forward, and knowing that this vision has to come to fruition because you are commanding it, my beautiful one. So I hope this reading has helped you gain some clarity, and I love you. Mwah. Okay, my darlings, I completely forgot about our secret card. I've just put my cards away, but I'm going to reveal the little secret card that I forgot about. And the secret card is the Knight of Cups. So this speaks about that beautiful, heartful offer, someone coming in with a beautiful energy of love and offering you something, asking you out, or inviting you onto the timeline you belong on, is what I'm getting here. So lots of love, darlings, and enjoy this beautiful emergence in your life. Mwah.